Hey everybody, this is Jesse Krieger, author of Lifestyle Entrepreneur and founder of Lifestyle Entrepreneurs Academy. And I want to welcome you to this free video training series where I'm going to share with you some of my best ideas on how to become a lifestyle entrepreneur. Or in other words, how to take your interests and passions and turn them into products and services that bring value to others and allow you to operate a business from anywhere in the world with little more than a laptop and an internet connection, so that you can explore these interests and passions and have a creative and engaging lifestyle that is a reflection and really an amplification of your own interests in the context of being a lifestyle entrepreneur. So having the ability to travel freely and frequently, having the opportunity to explore different languages, cultures, different geographies. I'm on location here in Munich, Germany, visiting friends on a holiday and doing a little bit of work and visiting a client. And so I want to share with you one of my best ideas in this video, which really stems from one of the most frequently asked questions that I get from clients and people who have read Lifestyle Entrepreneur. And they're saying, you know, Jesse, this is great and it's inspirational to have this type of a book to help me understand how to build a business, but I really just don't know where to start. So if you're looking at a blank sheet of paper and you're wondering, well, what's the first thing that I do? What's the business that I enter into? What type of product or service should I offer? Well, hopefully this video is going to answer that question for you in about 10 or 15 minutes. So let's jump right into it. I mean, if you're looking at starting an online business that you can run from anywhere in the world, then the first thing that you need to ask, of course, is, well, what type of business am I going into? And I think the most useful exercise to start to generate these ideas and to essentially come up with the types of products and services that you can offer is to sort of plant the flag and then survey the surrounding field. So planting the flag is, let's say, pick one interest or one hobby, one passion, something that you'd actively want to pursue learning more about, or an area where you already have a relative expertise and some working experience in the field. And then we're going to survey the surrounding ecosystem, the surrounding economy that's grown out of these hobbies, these interests, these passions, these fields, to support and elaborate them into a place where essentially people are interacting with different products and services that have been brought to market. So the first thing that we want to do is look at the surrounding economy that embodies the different products and services that you can bring to market. So let's take a look at one of these in the context of, let's say, hockey. Okay, I've had a lot of people that have read the book, either they're from Canada or they're passionate about hockey and they live in the States, or maybe they're from somewhere else in the world entirely, but this is an example that we can use just to illustrate the point of how do you elicit, how do you bring out the different products and services that you can offer within the context of an interest or passion that is hockey in this case. So here we've got the surrounding economy of products, and that's what this P stands for here. And so if you take hockey as the example here, and you start to think, well, what are the products that are reflective of hobby? Or what are the products that support hobby as a sport, as a passion, as an interest, as a profession? And start to just write them out to get the mind working. And then this is really just the first step to show the lay of the land and what's out there. And then in the next video, we'll talk about how to do some more marketing research and how to really flush out the opportunity that surrounds these interests and products in this space where you have an interest and want to explore how you can turn that into a business. So what's the obvious first couple of products that come to mind? Well, let's keep it close to home here and think, if you're playing hockey, well, what do you actually need, right? Well, you need sticks, pucks, gear, So if you're a goalie, you've got the whole outfit and all of the gear. And so just looking at these for a second, how could you become a lifestyle entrepreneur in the sense if you're focusing on hockey and want to turn these products that are in the hockey space, which is your interest, into an actual business? Well, right away, sticks, you could have some option whereby customers could do wholesale orders of custom branded hockey sticks. Same is true with pucks. So maybe you can market or sell to a high school team or to even a middle school or an informal league and have their own branded sticks and pucks that you would in turn provide wholesale, having a supplier relationship on the back end to manufacture and fulfill those. And that's just one example of how you could be in the business as a lifestyle entrepreneur, setting up the business so that it can be run from anywhere in the world, providing the product, which would be custom branded sticks and pucks. Now gear, maybe you can have a supplier relationship and provide gear for whole teams, but let's look beyond the immediate products that support this interest and start to think about what are some of the other physical products that support hockey as an interest in the context of business. So there's instructional material. Let's say that there's books on how to, so informational products such as how to become a better hockey player, how to be a goalie, the mindsets required to be a hockey player, how to become a professional hockey player. If you have a history in the hockey space or some relative level of expertise or knowledge, then you can contribute that in the form of a book, which would, in effect, be one of the main products or a focus that you could pursue in the lifestyle entrepreneur business focused on hockey. So besides books, what else do we have here? For the physical product selection, outside of just the gear that you're wearing or a book that you'd read, maybe you want to purchase a training DVD. Where you're effectively learning more about your interest from watching a DVD. Now, if you're in the production side of this equation and becoming the lifestyle entrepreneur, then you could in fact film a DVD and help other people with your knowledge and expertise that want to get into the space and want to learn more, essentially shorten their learning curve to become a better hockey player. And that's a product that you could create and provide online in a fashion that it doesn't really matter where you are in the world, as long as you have a website up and running and enough traffic and interested visitors coming to the site where you could sell enough of these to support the lifestyle that you're really looking for. So now let's look at the other side of the equation here and talk about some of the services that support the economy, which has grown up around hockey as an interest. So one of the first ones, most accessible here on the services side of the equation, would be, let's say, live training. And let's say maybe you hire a coach, excuse the spelling there, and you've got a coach or a trainer and somebody that you're taking lessons from to improve your skills and get you to the next level in terms of your hockey game. So in this context, you could potentially offer services as a coach, as a trainer, as somebody that's going to help people either get into hockey as an overall sport that they want to get into, or specialize and do training specifically for goalies, training specifically for other positions. And now that may not necessarily be scalable, but if you were to build a coaching practice and have other coaches that were effectively working for you, then that's something where you could manage from your laptop and just coordinate customers and coaches, connecting the two of them and getting a percent for setting up the platform and bringing them in. So other services around this, maybe you organize a competition and you could have a small league that is put together and essentially competes, and you could get sponsorships and have some type of a prize or some type of a some incentive for people to compete in this tournament or in this league, knowing that they could either get a sponsorship or have, say, a priority pick to go into the next league up from where they're currently playing, some incentive for people to join and participate, and then that becomes an opportunity for sponsors, advertisers, perhaps the people that create the gear, and then you could even look at combining these products and services in the context of having a business that you can run online that supports your own pursuit of your lifestyle and your own pursuit of your interests, the pursuit of your passions through the filter of being a lifestyle entrepreneur. So providing value to others based on your own interests and your experience in the areas where you have a relative level of knowledge, where you can in effect help other people shorten their learning curve and make an impact in their lives. So beyond training, competition, maybe you can set up an online coaching service. So instead of doing in-person, you could have video conferences, you could coordinate experts in the field to come in and do guest videos, and you could create an online learning portal or a platform that people can then opt into and become a member and learn and increase their own understanding in the field of hockey. So already here we've got, 8 or so ideas on just how you can take hockey as an interest and turn that into a product or a service within the economy that's grown up around this field, and then start to turn those into different types of businesses and offerings that you can make to the market that support your own growth, that support your own learning, and that support your own lifestyle in the context of being an entrepreneur, a lifestyle entrepreneur no less. And so let's take a quick look here at how you can, once you've got the idea down and you say, okay, well maybe I want to do wholesale hockey sticks. Well, let's do a quick exercise to do market validation based on this idea. And let's say that we're going to go to our trusty friend, Google, the search engine. And so here's the browser window, and let's say you're going to do a search now for wholesale hockey sticks. And so you go in and you do a search for wholesale hockey sticks. Right? And then boom, in less than 1 second you've got probably 1 million+ results. But how do you know if this is an opportunity where you can actually enter the market and participate with an online business? Well, here's the quick sort of litmus test to check, and what I call just sort of immediate market validation, validating the opportunity or the potential opportunity. And that's to see in the search results here, you've got a layout that looks something like this. So here would be the actual search results, right? The number 1, 2, 3. These are what you call the organic search results. And these are obviously not people that are paying to appear here. These are websites that have been ranked because they've achieved a certain level of relevance. And the search engines say, well, this is certainly an important site when somebody does a search for wholesale hockey sticks. But what we're looking for and what's important is to notice how many of the places here in the top, which will have normally a shaded area behind it. These are ads. These are sponsored listings and placements. And here on the right-hand side, where you also have more ads. So what you want to know is what I call, is there a full slate? And that means, is there 3 ads on the top above the organic search results? And is there 8 ads on the right side? Then you've got what I call a full slate. And what does that mean? That means that people are willing to pay, at least 11 different companies are willing to pay to appear on the first page of search results for anybody that does a search for wholesale hockey sticks. Now, why is this important? Because that validates that there's a market, that people are transacting online. And if you click through and look at what these actual results are, you can see, well, how relevant is it? Are these actual sites that are focused on providing wholesale hockey sticks, or maybe they're even custom hockey sticks, or buying in bulk? And so then you can go through this exercise and do a couple different variations on the keywords that you're using. So maybe it's bulk hockey sticks, custom hockey sticks, promotional hockey sticks, and that's just exploring one of the products from the idea list that we just generated of products and services within the economy that's grown up around this field, which is hockey in this case. And this exercise is equally valid for any other field. And in the next video, I want to talk to you about where do you go from here once you've done a little bit of market validation, and how do you check to see if there are ready supply, if there's suppliers that are available where you can effectively contract with them, so that if you have a customer and that you sell 100 custom branded wholesale hockey sticks, how do you get those made and sent to your customer? And how do you do it in a way where it doesn't have to pass through you? So part of this whole lifestyle entrepreneur business is, whether or not you're selling physical products or services, setting up your business in a way that you can fulfill orders and complete transactions independent of where you are in the world. And that's just simply by having a system set up, which I outline in the book and we go into in depth in Lifestyle Entrepreneurs Academy, where you can structure the business in a way to run between the different suppliers and parties that you have contracted and involved, and your customers, both of which can essentially be anywhere in the world in this day and age. So I hope this serves you. I hope this gets some ideas going so that you can start to take whatever interest and passion you currently have in your life and start to elicit some ideas on how you can turn that into a business. And in the next video, we're going to go a little bit deeper into that. So for now, I encourage you, as always, to learn what you need to know, to do what you love to do, so you can be the person that you want to be today. Thank you.